Hey Mo, we need to get an intro down for this channel, you know.
Yeah, but what are you thinking, Leigh?
Why don't I rap over the top of it?
Don't be ridiculous. You sound like a northern M&M.
Look, listen to me. Yo, yo, yo. The Munch Brunch in the house, man.
Absolutely not.
Right, what you got in mind?
Let's just keep it simple.
I'm Leigh.
I'm Aim.
We're the Munch Bunch.
Hi everyone, welcome back to another mukbang with Aim and Leigh. We are the Munch Bunch UK. Different kind of style today, guys.
Yeah, we're mixing it up. Like
We
old
have
school.
on the menu, Leigh, tell them what we got.
Hey Mo! Got new hair. Aim's done hair. And we have Korean corn dogs.
Yeah, I've made these guys Korean corn dogs. Look at that bad boy there.
Look at that.
Woohoo!
Happy days.
Yes. So I followed Kwang Trang's recipe for Korean hot dogs, and we are
Good
away.
to go.
Look at that, though,
you can
guys.
see the recipe and how it's made
Wow.
on his channel. Obviously, we stole the recipe or borrowed it, and you can also see it on our other channel where we've done a cook-along. If I know, because we do like recording the top of this for our video. Cut us doing stuff on the
dead.
fly, and mine's over there. Great.
Oh well.
Wait there, and we're back in the room.
I can't believe how these have actually turned out really good.
Yeah, you can always tell when Ames cooks something, it looks like dead complicated. And then my efforts, so Ames are the ones just in there. This is when I was left alone to do one. It's sort of like deformed, like a deformed alien or something. But this another one I did. Well, I think Ames did it. It looks good, so she must have done it. Let's give it a whirl.
Oh, look at that people!
Well, wait. Oh, the Woody Joker. Yeah, okay.
Oh, no.
That is particularly good. So I'd never heard of Korean corn dogs. I heard of corn dogs, but not Korean ones till I was showing me the video.
I'm not a major fan of hot dogs, but bumming up.
I've not even got to the hot dog part yet.
Look at Leigh cheek. Oh, that is authentic Korean hot dogs right
That is
there.
a bloody mess. What the hell?
You look together.
I don't know.
Hot.
How are we all doing anyways? Welcome to the channel. Welcome back. This is a complete different setup. We've got no lighting. Well, the light's natural coming out. Luckily it's sunny. We're not using our usual table.
No.
You can't see the board. Like the shop I'm using it here is instead of a plate. Sorry.
Right.
Yeah, so we just thought we'd wing it a bit retro, like old school, and see how it goes. Because by the time we set up after cooking this lot, it would have all gone cold.
Also, it's not like a full meal. We just sort of.
It's just, well, it'll fill us up for a few hours.
Yeah.
Might grab a cheeky McDonald's later. Don't tell the kids next door. I don't mean the neighbours' kids. I mean, Christ, why you tell them, I don't know. We're not keeping it from them. I mean, the mother-in-law and here. So we're gonna go. Real nice. Anyway,
These are well worth making, aren't they? You need to try them, guys.
a bit of effort went into it, but it definitely pays off in the end. But anyways, so I was going to talk to you about. Yesterday we went to Birmingham.
Too messy for a chat.
Sorry?
It's too messy for a chat.
Oh, no, okay, I'm alright to chat. Went to Birmingham yesterday for an eye examination for me. And yeah, so I was sitting there. You might have seen the vlog. I put it in on the other channel, Munchies Delight, where like the hospital, inside the hospital, I said, "Oh, look at this private hospital. This is what it looks like compared to NHS. It looks amazing. All big glass windows, really posh looking." Anyways, I was flicking through the Metro paper, the best paper in the world that's free, and I found the scariest way of meeting somebody in the world. And I was like, that is so freaky. I got to talk about. So if any of you have ever read the Metro, you might even have wrote in. This might be you. You might be one of the people who've done this. So you got your Tinders and all that stuff, like where you like go on there and swipe right, swipe left, up, down, left, right, start an A, like the old Sonic game, whatever it was. in the metro. So say I'm on the bus, where they have the metro, or on a train, and I see Aim, and I don't know Aim. I don't know her name. I don't know her name's Aim.
Her name's Aim.
Yeah. I just see this last thing. Oh, is there some salt about? There was. Where's that go? I got it. I just see this woman. I think, oh, she's a bit of alright, but I don't know her name. I just seen her on a bus. You then write into the metro and say, you were sat on the 554 going from so-and-so to so-and-so. You had a red cap on. Oh, she's wearing a red cap. She probably wouldn't. This is Aim. You had great boobies. And on Thursday, you told me not to sit next to you because there was chewing gum on the seat. I would really like to hook up with you. People do this. And people actually get in touch and say, yes, it was me. And you know, what are the chances that this person's going to read the metro, see their description in there, and get in touch with this psycho who wants to meet him because they sat next to him once on a bus?
That would be ridiculous.
That is what?
Ridiculous.
It is a bit, it's worse than online dating. I mean, literally, you don't know who the hell is getting in touch with you. It could have been somebody from the back of the bus that you avoided at all costs.
Dangerous even.
Just a little bit. And I thought, these idiots actually think people are going to get in touch and say, it was me. Yes, I'm going to leave my husband now because I sat next to you for 5 minutes on a bus and you couldn't stop staring at my boobs. So I'm now going to get with you and leave my husband and kids.
You want to have a bit of your sausage?
But that's what you said as well.
Tastes good with that. When that's done to go. Oh.
Yeah, so. Messy food doesn't really begin to cover it.
Not as good.
This is really tasty, guys.
I tried to make it as authentic as I
You've done a banging job, man. I mean, I've never been to Korea and eaten Korean hot dogs, Korean corn dogs, but from what I've seen on that video, Kwantrang, is it? Yeah, this is it. As close as we're going to get anyways.
Surprisingly filling.
Yeah, we've only had one. I'm not even one yet, I'm feeling a bit full. That's alright.
These are huge though. I mean,
That's what happens when I have to make my own. That's a small one
I
compared
thought
to...
that was a piece of fried chicken.
No, this is my deformed alien one. Oh, it's not chicken, no, it's just batter sticking off the side. The actual sausage is as thin as this one. How we all been anyway? Have you watched our podcast yet? It went up last night. You watched this on Saturday. We're uploading on Friday, the podcast. And we're also recording a new one on last night. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're keeping busy on that. Hopefully you enjoyed it. There will be some visual, there will be some without visual, just be audio.
Well, this going out today.
Let's go out Saturday.
Join us on our live tonight if we're live.
Yeah.
I made as well some cheese, like, I don't know what you'd call it.
I don't know.
Like cheese nuggets. Oh my god.
So by all accounts, I think I heard it was June the 17th, I think I heard the other day, we'll be able to start hugging strangers. I would never recommend that in the first place, but you know, like people who are in a circle, so Aim's my inner circle, I can hug her if I want to. But from I think it was June the 17th, it's encouraged or we're allowed to hug other people. I don't like hugging people anyway.
Apparently nightclubs are happening in England around them.
Well, they'll have to, won't they? Because otherwise, who the hell are people going to hug? You don't go to hug somebody like at a bus stop and hug them. You got to go and meet them in a nightclub. It's like, all right, Jim, how you doing, mate? Give us a hug.
What's your opinion? Do you think we're happening too soon?
I think it's nice the way things are going. Things feel a bit more relaxed. But when we was in Birmingham yesterday, it was dead as a dormouse. It was literally, by Birmingham standards, it was so quiet.
I've never in my 36 years been that quiet in there.
No, and this was just obviously during the day on a Thursday. But even then, people are out shopping normally. We didn't get to the town centre, to be fair. But New Street Station, the train station, was dead as, it was so quiet.
See, Grand Central is not like a train station. It's more like It's bigger than our shopping centre in Wolverhampton. It is huge. Like, it is massive. You wouldn't even need to go out of there, really. If you just wanted to go shopping, you could stay there.
You've got a lot of shops, don't you? And it literally leads to the bullring anyway. Yeah, it's like a bridge to go into the bullring.
You know what? This is unbelievable.
It is good. But going back to what I was saying, sorry. I don't like hugging people. I mean, Ames' mum, she's lucky she gets one hug a year off me. New Year's Eve. And then I'm literally told Leigh, come on, it's New Year's Eve, you need to give me mum a hug. I don't really, do I? Because what's the difference if it's a new year or not? If I didn't want to really hug your mum last year, that's not even horrible. I don't hug anyone other than Ames here. My mum comes round, like when she visits, a couple of times a year, gives a hug. Oh, for God's sake, woman, leave me be. But no, I just think, why are we encouraging people to hug? It's like the whole handshake thing. You actually consider it. Like they said, don't shake hands with people back when COVID first happened. Who the hell, when you put it into context, wants to shake hands with a stranger or with your mate even?
Yeah, but what I think is, now, when I was younger, that's just the way it is. We went out to nightclubs, obviously, to be with our friends and to have a laugh and everything. But let's face it, a lot of times you go out to meet someone or whatever, and that pull, whatever you want to call it.
I do. Oh, no.
People who end up sleeping with each other, yes, it just happens. What about the fact? What about then when it gets like, you know, COVID starts?
I got you.
But then again, you've got to go out at some point, haven't you?
Eventually, you got to just like let it go.
Sorry, you got a bit of ketchup on the end, you know.
Oh, bloody hell! Wait there, it's t-shirts for the wash. Oh, Christ's sake. This is definitely old school. The way we're doing this. No, but like shaking hands, you consider what that actually means. So, man goes to the toilet, walks out his door, you meet him in the street. Pete, how you doing? A long time no see.
Pete again.
Pete again. Dirty Pete. I always talk about Dirty Pete. Let me shake your hand, Dirty Pete. Dirty Pete ain't washed his hands. He's just been to the bathroom. Yeah, do you know what he's been up to? You might be getting up with the dog mess. You're now shaking his hand.
Yeah, but people did that anyway.
Yeah, but that's why I think handshaking being banned is not necessarily a bad thing. I think the old elbow thing's a good idea.
Yeah, I mean.
Booyah. Like that. I think that's the best way to greet each other from now on.
It is, because at least then, it's sort of, it's less contamination, isn't it?
It's only bad really for people who got tennis elbow. I've had that in the past. I played way too much tennis. Me and Andy Murray, every weekend. gave me doubles. It was Andy and his mum Judy, and me and Ames' mum Bren. Having a few mixed doubles.
My mum does not like Judy Murray.
No, she likes tennis though.
Oh, my mum loves Wimbledon.
Funny, my nan, God rest her soul, whatever. She'd only watch. She liked tennis, but only during Wimbledon. She didn't watch it every time of year.
My mum likes Queen's the most. And then there's like the French Open and
Queen the band.
Queen's. They played tennis at Queen's.
Alright.
It's before Wimbledon.
Is that at Lord's?
I don't know, it's just Queen's.
Oh no, Lord's is where you go to pray in it.
Yeah.
In France.
Yeah, but this is...
And there's also Lord's cricket ground, I believe.
Which one here? You got the one with the cheese.
I don't know, I just saying, I had what you didn't want. But yeah, I know this doesn't look like much, guys, but when these are done properly like Ames, they're really good.
Like, really good.
Apologies you're not getting to see the food like the whole time on this video.
It is brilliant. Like, for a first attempt, do you know one of these is about $10 in America, apparently?
Yeah, so he's selling at the end of the drive, ain't Christ.
Yeah.
So, we went to Chinatown yesterday in Birmingham. And I was like, oh yes, I want a bubble tea. Which is like a Korean, is it a Korean thing or a Chinese thing?
Bubble tea. Oh, it's Korean, I think. But
She didn't get what she wanted,
no,
did she?
milk tea, I think it's all different cultures, but the point is, I had it in the middle of Birmingham last time. It was like a citrus one. I ended up with some, it was all honey, and it was very nice.
Have you ever ordered something and you've agreed to it, even though you know in your head, that's really not what I want, but you sort of feel obligated to have it anyway?
They did it with a light bulb the day before.
Yeah, I bought a light bulb from a shop, and the bloke showed me, I was like, I knew in my head it was the wrong bulb. I knew in my head I didn't need that bulb, I needed a different one. But I felt bad because he'd rooted around behind his counter for like 5 minutes to find it. He found the light bulb. It was only £1. I was looking at it like, that is absolute crap. That's going to be no good at all for what we need it for. I was like, I'm going to buy it anyway. Because he's been messing around for 5 minutes and making an effort to find it for me. Other people don't give a crap, but some people are like, no, sorry mate, wrong one, keep looking.
Yeah.
You get some right arses, but I guess I'm a bit of a wimp.
The facts are...
I ordered a tea that she couldn't understand what the lady was saying because she was speaking Chinese.
She wasn't speaking Chinese, I just didn't understand. She was reeling off a fair few things. I went in and said, have you got like a citrus one? Like a lemon and orange. She went, oh yeah, citrus, honey. Said a lot more things. I just went, yep. I ended up with square things.
The best part about these, I didn't expect the hot dog is literally like if you had it on a bun, it still tastes the same, even though it's been in oil for like 20 minutes.
However, I think we never do hot dogs like that. We tend to boil them, don't we? We do.
Because that's the way you do them.
Yeah, but do you know a lot of people actually fry them?
I've never done that.
Like the ones at the hot dog van.
Mm.
Some of them fry them, but that brings out the flavour to me.
My favourite fast food ever. Jumbo hot dogs. From a bloke in the town centre.
Leigh absolutely loves this guy. Well, no, he's gone.
I did. He sold the business a cheeky git. I went along one day to get a hot dog. Might get a jumbo hot dog. Not looking because I thought he knows my face. He knows the back of my head. So I thought if I turn that like looking at the other direction, he'll know where I am. Just by the back of my head. And then I heard this voice that I recognise. I turned around. I thought, who are you? It's like, I own the van. I thought, no, you don't. My mate. Well, I don't know his name, but the bloke who served me for 6 years owns his van.
It's probably a Pete or a Dave.
Pete or a Dave. I think he was not called Pete, like a Pete. It sold his business anyway, so he can go and watch the football a bit more. Selfish to hell, in my opinion, because I thought he did really good hot dogs. Well, it goes back to when I was a kid and I used to go to the hot dog van in Lancaster, and I'd get like 3 or 4 like small hot dogs. So good.
I remember actually when I first met Leigh, when we went shopping in the town centre there, he went and got one of these huge hot dogs.
Yeah, probably disappeared for a while. Hot donuts, they are amazing when you get them off like a stall, whether it be a market or...
I don't like them.
Birmingham, they have a few... I know our town centre do.
I've never liked the smell, never liked the taste. I tell you what are absolutely amazing. Cinnabuns from Lidl. Lidl, what's that Scandinavian for?
Scandinavian for Cinnabuns. Pretty much. Yeah, I like the Cinnabuns.
Oh, so nice.
Unlike in salad, I've lost like half a stone in the last 3 weeks.
Salad is just amazeballs.
Wow, look at this. I'm breaking it off. I'm not going to eat this right now, but look at that. Got crispy batter.
Oh, it is. It's so nice. I could make sweet ones of that, like different you know.
Reminds me a bit like fish batter.
You know what I can make that with that? Chicken balls.
Mm.
That's how you do it.
Okay. So in here, as you know, there's the old cheese and stuff in there. Good.
Like I can make like Chinese chicken balls, and that's how you kind of would do it.
You stick the chicken inside of. Well, obviously the chicken goes inside.
Square piece, really lean. But I mean, batter it.
I'm enjoying it.
I'd probably watch your hand on my tray.
Alright.
I'd probably season the batter more now. But I just followed the steps.
I think that's the only thing that's missing. We didn't put no salty or pepper in, did we?
Yeah, like I would season that whole thing a different way. But I tell you what, guys, I know this has been a bit of a different kind of setup because it's more.
We won't do it again like this. Or
I think what it is because it was more like playful food, so to speak.
Yeah, and the fact that we didn't want to reheat the food ideally because it would have gone soggy in the microwave. But if you're watching this video and you've watched our Ames cook along on the other channel, add some salt and pepper to your mix.
Yeah.
Which we didn't mention on that because we only just discovered that you should do that.
Just like salt to taste sort of thing, not like over too much because obviously the hot dog has got quite a bit of salty.
Yeah, I guess so.
But I'm not kidding you, for a first attempt.
They are pretty damn good.
And also, we can't get them over here. Well, in here or Birmingham, we couldn't get them anyway yesterday. And I was looking to see if there was a place that did Korean hot dogs. And there wasn't, and I thought, well,
I reckon if we went to the ballroom there might be, but we didn't go in there.
I don't think so. And I've not really seen it done on a video in England too much. Or I haven't actually, so I really, really recommend you giving it a go.
You know, I'm desperate to try it. I was going to try it years ago. We went to Birmingham. It was with some other people. And they had one. But I was unwell that day. I didn't feel very well, so I didn't have any, even though they offered me some. The hell's it called? Oh, like the pretzels. What are them?
Well, this was a cinnamon pretzel,
It was
when you dunk it in chocolate.
Oh, God, it looked good. I want one of them. But I felt really
It's
unwell.
basically like a churro in the shape of a pretzel.
I love churros.
I mean, it's pretty big. We will get some when we go. I'm not kidding. And they're easy to make.
You can make churros, can't you? It's all part of my Mexican heritage. I swear down on like 4% Mexican. Because I love Mexican food. As long as it's not spicy or got mushrooms and onions and stuff and peppers in it, I like it.
Actually, though, you did make something the other day with a bit of peppers in.
I did. I made that chili, which you've all seen on the other channel. I'm telling you, isn't it? And that was lovely. That had peppers and onions in, which... So, yeah.
Yeah, it was nice, that one.
It was lovely. Yeah. What she means is, Leigh, it was alright.
No, I don't. It tasted nice. It's just that...
Your mum liked it, that's the main
My
thing.
mum loved it, yeah. I'm not very keen on sweet potato.
No, I
always
love that.
And also, like, when I'm used to it being a certain way, I guess.
Well,
But it was tasty, wasn't it? Like, different.
got a bargain today, Mo.
Don't know what blooming heck we're going to do with all that.
6
Cottage pies.
and chili.
No, you know what I'm going to do with that as well? I'm going to make
Burgers?
some homemade kebabs.
Oh, yeah.
Because I can make them ones, like, not like meatloaf, but like homemade, like, healthy kebabs, can't I? Which I make.
Yeah, basically, you know what I bought from Lidl, Scandinavian for cheap mince. They had mince down there. It was 90p a pack from like £3. 2% beef mince. And I got like 6 packs for like £5.40.
So I reckon we should make like a big cottage pie, or so is it shepherd's pie? I always get mixed up.
I think we should open up a food shelter. I reckon we could make a bit of bunch, you know. Helping out the needy and stuff. Like
I tell you what, I guarantee I'd love to make these and sell them at like a car boot sale. They could do like a house on fire, wouldn't they?
Yeah, but I reckon that's a lot of bloody hassle to... I mean, that is... For us to do 8 of them took us a fair while today.
Yeah, but it's like what I said to do though. And a recommendation, guys, if you do want to make these, it's pretty easy. All you need is some plain flour, some dry yeast, panko breadcrumbs. Obviously, we all sort of have a bit of sugar. You dab a little bit of sugar into the mixture. Salt, pepper.
If you're diabetic, leave the sugar out.
Fries, what you do is, if you go and watch the cook along, it'll show you how to do it. So you need some like crinkle cut chips to cut them, and then you stick them onto the batter, roll them in the panko crumbs. That's it. And hot dogs. It's so literally a few ingredients, quite cheap. You can
cheese.
Yeah, cheese if you want to add cheese. If you don't, some people add blocks of mozzarella, cheddar. That's exactly what we added to it. But
I was worried about the cheese. I was worried that it was going to be... Okay, I don't like blocks of cheese. I like cheese that melted, but once obviously you've seen that once you bite into it.
I can't really show you. Let me show you inside this one. So inside this one, which I've just left a bit, it creates like an oven. If you look, like a little. So when the cheese is inside, it steams the cheese. So it melts. So basically, all you need again, some panko breadcrumbs, some yeast, some plain flour, and hot dogs.
Sod.
That's it, isn't it, really?
Yeah, it's pretty
if you
simple.
want to make them with the fries, then the fries have 5 ingredients at most, and off you go.
I wouldn't say it makes a meal, and that Quantran, I watched a video of Anne the other day, she showed me, and he said it's just like his favourite snack. He don't actually make this as a meal. But it's something fun for the kids. If you've got the kids off school.
I tell you what, for the actual making of it, kids would love to do this. Obviously, you'd have to help them with the cooking part, because that could be quite dangerous. But the making of it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's good fun for the kids, I reckon. And
messy.
maybe if you're having like a few friends around or something, if you can make them earlier on in the day.
Yeah, and this is what my recommendation was going to be. You can make these earlier in the day. So they're cooked. Then all you need to literally do is fry them again, to flash fry them to bring up the heat. You do not need to mess about making them and serving them straight away, because we put them aside a bit, didn't we?
Yeah,
and then you can flash fry them again, about a minute and a half each side, and that brings it back up to the temperature where it melts the cheese, and therefore you can keep dishing them out quite quickly. It's so fun, so easy.
Yep. Also, back to the podcast, because it is going to be a big part of the channel. Where between this channel and our other channel, whether you watch or not, it's up to yourselves. But we are going to be doing one or two a week between the two channels.
We're going to do a more seriously top, not serious necessarily, but like a more sensible one. Probably go out on a Wednesday.
Yeah,
probably a Wednesday, and then obviously
getting pissed ones on a
like the
Friday
stupid, more 18 plus type ones. We'll go out.
On there.
Yeah, we'll go out on a Friday night before the live on a Saturday. So we got a talking point on a Saturday evening down the pub.
Down the pub. But we do want your stories. We've already got about 4 or 5 have been sent to us.
Thank you so much for everybody who's sent them in so far. But come on, keep sending us in. It doesn't matter what it's about. It could be about literally anything. If you want more of a serious type one, then send the story. If it's put in brackets or whatever for Wednesday. If it's more of a
fun,
adult type nature,
I don't
put
know.
on Friday maybe.
Yeah, maybe like I said this on Instagram. Not all of you follows on Instagram. It can be anything at all. That was back when it happened. It probably wasn't funny. Like you caught Jeff, your husband, interfering with a giraffe. Wasn't funny back then.
At the West Midlands Safari Park.
At the West Midlands Safari Park. But looking back, now you're with Pete, Dirty Pete, who's like all sorts of dodgy stuff. But you can say, Pete, I'm so glad I'm not with Jeff. But it was hilarious watching him hot bonk a giraffe. Or maybe a little Percy, your kid, burnt down the house. And at the time, it wasn't funny.
Or Leigh and me burning down his mum's bin.
Yeah,
when we went to go and get some drinks.
Now, at the time, you're like, oh my God, what have I done?
Oh, we nearly set fire to the neighbour's shed.
Yeah, at the time we panicked. But now, looking back, we can giggle about it. So
your mum wasn't impressed at the time.
No, she laughs now. She does actually laugh about now.
We'll actually tell that story tonight.
We have told it a few times.
But some people won't have heard it, so we'll integrate
I think we
it
should
tonight.
do drinking stories tonight. Anyways.
Yeah, we've got a couple that we're going to
Yeah, we've got a few stories. But if you have any stories, drop us on Instagram on a DM so nobody sees them in the comments here and it'll be surprised them.
And even if you're
email.
not, because we've got absolutely tons of people to go through and accept, still request a message to send, and then we'll accept the message and then we'll do it like that first.
Yeah, even if you're not following us already on Instagram, you can still send us a DM.
Like a message request. And
as long as you're a nutty person, then you will be accepted on Instagram.
Yeah, it is very, very hard for us to accept everybody on Instagram because honestly, we had a lot of trouble on there at one point, and now we just want to make sure we don't have no drama.
Yeah, basically, some muppet started following us, and we were just open. It was an open account, our old one, and they got all our contacts, copied and pasted them all, and sent them like loads of vile messages. And then I was like, what the hell? I was like, okay, we're just going to set up a new account, get rid of the old one, keep it private, and just accept people who seem normal. Well, that
doesn't mean if you're not accepted that you're not normal. It's just that we literally.
You have to have posts on your account.
Yeah.
And followers.
Yes.
Anyway, let's go.
Right. So I hope you enjoyed this way of doing things. Just a little bit more personal with you guys, and just give it a try. Out of 10, would you say?
With a bit of seasoning, I'd say about a 9. I think it was just missing a bit of seasoning.
I agree.
Without, I'd say about a 7. But definitely worth trying. You don't know until you try it. And you might not need any seasoning on it. If you put the seasoning, you might
I do agree. I like a little bit of seasoning. However, I do recommend, if you like mustard, the American mustard to go with it to make it a little bit. You couldn't do that zigzaggy thing with a jar of Coleman's.
Yeah, it's difficult.
It's just not going to work. So obviously, you know.
But
anyway, guys.
That was lovely, and I'm really happy that you tried it.
And we've got a hell of a load of mess to clean up now.
And we actually have another one coming up, which we're recording tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I'm making that one tomorrow.
And you'll see that on probably Monday.
And I'll do a cook along with that one as well.
Yeah, so that one's going to... These last couple of videos have been fun. I'll say we haven't done the second one yet, but I'm sure it'll be fun.
To do this, we might need an axe or a chainsaw, because I don't reckon we've got a sharp enough knife.
I've got a hatchet, which is like a small axe.
I bought you that film once, remember? Hatchet.
Oh, for God's... So, basically, Ayn likes horror films. I can't stand horror films. A few are good. Saw, Child's Play, one or two others. I'm not a big fan. And Ayn didn't know what to buy me for Valentine's.
Very when we got together. Very, very soon.
Valentine's or whatever it was. So she gets me a couple of things and a DVD. I'm like, what's this DVD, eh? It's called Hatchet. I was like, okay.
At the beginning, you was like, oh no.
I was like, what the hell's she bought? I didn't know what she bought this crap for. And it turned out to be absolutely shite. Absolutely one of the worst horror films we've ever seen. And she only bought it because she likes horror films. And that's why we knew it.
Hey, but I've found some pretty good films since, haven't I?
Are you good at finding films? We'll have to go through one day, all the good films you found. Take us away, Emma.
Anyway, guys, remember to be kind, remember to be nice, comment, share, like, and subscribe. But don't forget to turn on your notification bells so you don't miss any future videos, such as this one. Munchies Delight channel. Go and check out that because this is where we cooked it. This is where we did the cook along with. And also our Instagram, Munchies in the Hoose, but that's all in the description below. Again, it is private, so you'll have to press request. Check out the community tab because sometimes Leigh does post on there. If not, then that's about it, I think.
That's everything, guys. Thank you for watching.
And we'll see you tonight on the live.
Yeah.
And go and watch yesterday's podcast.
Yes! Check it out!
Again, just a quick one. Give us your stories. Send them through. However it is. Like I said, if it's a bit more serious, probably best for a Wednesday. Put that down Wednesday. Bit more light-hearted. 18 plus. Put Friday. And we'll know then when to differentiate, if you know.
Yeah, you don't have to be 18 plus either. Remember, if it's
No,
not
anything. But, you know, a bit more light-hearted. If it's a serious one, we won't be releasing that on a Friday. Because, again, we want to get in the Friday spirit.
Weekend mood. Do you like the hair, by the way? I think it's banging. And it only cost me £6. So
I didn't ask for that, Leigh.
No, I'd normally pay a tenner for my hair.
The joke is, my dad come round this morning. I cut his, he went, "ER home. Hey, Mum, here's a bottle of wine and it's £4." Thanks, Dad. Leigh's like, "ER home. I've made it up to a tenner for you."
Bear in mind, the mic
And I've styled it. I've shaded, like, faded it and give all that jazz. I've got to wait till bloody June to have mine done.
Anyway.
No one offers my blooming
I've got some garden trimmers. I said I'll do it.
Hey, if there's any hairdressers on here want me to sponsor them, then I'll happily do it.
Right, guys. Thank you. See you later.
Love you loads, guys. Bye.